let me address this. Because I see this on Gossip in the City's page. I didn't even know this was going on. Joe Budden removed his video portion of his podcast off all platforms outside of Patreon behind a paywall. Number one, he was forced to do this because Rory and Mal, the numbers were looking crazy, which when you go into negotiation, you want to leave with those deal points in that place. Like, oh, when I was on YouTube, I was getting 4 million views a week or whatever. Because if it continues to go down, because they're playing this little game with me, that hurts my negotiation. So let's remove that. Let's get behind the paywall. Let's then squeeze that other 10% of fans that like us behind this paywall to get this content. Quarter Lab will make sure that no one uploads it on YouTube and keeps their channel. And so he removed it off of the platform. Now people are on, I guess this is Twitter, going at him like, yo, bro, I appreciate the YouTube drops. Come on, son. He said, nah, I'm clearing energy. I'm cool still. And then he said, go where you appreciate it with an emoji. Somebody said, where's the YouTube visual, Joseph? He said, I got time today. YouTube was always a visibility play. I have no business with them and didn't when the show was at its peak. Your fanfare is admirable, but the people that are doing business right in your face. Cause somebody said, Cap, Rory and Mal kicking your behind. Because we see the numbers. It's really disparaging to see. I really think it hurts his heart, dog. Some people I started run off with the audience, and the audience take their side, and they're trying. And it almost look like they're tearing me down while they doing it. But you get behind the paywall, you take all your business behind the paywall, and then you live there. You see what I'm saying? You just live behind that wall. He said all the unexpected wealth gain has a lot of people in a frenzy, but it's not a focused frenzy. These YouTube people are taking 9-figure deals hourly for everything, meaning that if you got to pop in gaming channel, they give you 9 figures. You got to pop in this, they giving you 9 figures, but they capitalizing off the fan base of Joe now. But trust me, that's a well-oiled machine, that YouTube thing. That thing gonna still keep going. People are getting 20 million and up for exclusive video rights, and y'all talking about YouTube numbers. This is also where you got to know the game. Again, I just told you why he would have interest in doing that. But when you look at me, this is a visibility play. We got to build the audience. We know what to do with the audience when we build the audience, right? We got to build the visual audience, build the audio audience, build the Patreon audience, build the subscription-based audience. You know what I'm saying? Build the merch audience. We build all these audiences, and then we know what to do with them. And then what goes in goes right back out, you know, to make sure this is a well-oiled machine. But Rory and Mal still takes from the value as they remain in them spots, because his fans will just watch them, but that's one a week. They're going to miss Joe. I also was saying, I want to clear this up because I know the fans see me in some of these, on some of these forums, like, because I first come in and just put It's Up There Podcast is here on whatever I'm watching. And then I might make a comment on there or something, and the fans will go back and forth with me. But when I seen Rory and Mal episode 2, it's editing being done now, number one, but it's good. But number 2, I said, you know what? This is a good conversation, right? They're flowing. But then when you click on Joe's, it's more engaging. So they're missing something, but they're doing great, and they got a cool little thing going, but they missing that character of Joe that kind of led the ship, that had the voice that was when everybody over there like this, and then he comes in with the, you see what I'm saying? It just kept the show in a place where you can respect the camaraderie, right? Everybody brought something of their own. And I'm not sure if this is a sustainable numbers that Rory and Mal are doing. I think it's important they capitalize ASAP. And I already see mistakes that they're doing. That if they hire me, I'll right now and show them an extra 6 figures in their business right now, today. You understand? Changing nothing that they're doing, just adding to it because I see the game from a different set of eyes, you know? But Joe is leaving YouTube so he can use that in his negotiations from a standpoint that it was $2 million a week. And then boom, we gone. Since our departure from YouTube, we've had such and such a week. You know, you don't want it to get too low. That's dumb. Just put it behind the paywall, serve your real people. Keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wonder what Maul and them gonna do. It's interesting to see because, again, this was the point I was making. When I first said it, I said, damn, Maul and them is having a great pod. They killing that Joe, because couple Joe pods is just like, it ain't striking me yet. It's like Ish won't let him get his pod thing going. Sometimes they interrupt him. They interrupt each other. It's like it's they got to iron some things out. But then I looked at one of the latest episodes and said, okay, this is a good one. They're doing better. They're doing better. But Rory and Maul, that chemistry that they had was a hell of a thing. And that's why I've been talking about it. You know, one of the biggest podcasts.